Hey everybody, Rob here at etrailer.com, and today we're going to be taking a look at the PTC Custom Engine Air Filter on our 2018 Chevrolet Colorado. Now a lot of us tend to forget about the filters on our vehicle. We remember to put fuel in our truck, and we remember if we have that reminder on the dash to change the oil, but filters are typically one of the last things we think about. But the air filter is the first line of defense in protecting your engine because it's going to make sure that all the air going into the engine is clean with no debris. It's also going to make sure that we get the maximum performance and fuel mileage out of the engine that's in our truck. So making sure that we check it and change it when it is dirty is going to make sure we get the best out of both worlds. And our air filter is going to be a direct replacement for the factory one. It's extremely easy to put in. I know a lot of us get offered to have it replaced when we're at the service station, maybe getting an oil change, but really there's no reason to pay anybody to do it because just checking it and replacing it only takes about 5 minutes. In fact, we have a new one here, so if our filter is dirty, we can replace it. So let's go ahead and check it together. First thing we want to do is open up the hood. We're going to come over to the passenger side and we'll find our air box right here. Now the air box is going to be held down by a few fasteners going around the edge. So we're going to grab a Phillips screwdriver or a drill with a Phillips bit in it. Now there's going to be a total of 4 screws that are holding the top of the air box down. We'll have one in the front, 2 towards the engine, and then 1 in the back. We want to loosen all these up. Now most likely they're not going to come out. You just want to make sure they're all the way loosened. If they do come out, it's not a big deal. You just want to make sure you don't drop them and hold on to them. And one of the fasteners is right at the corner. It's a little hard to see, but you want to make sure you do pull that one out. We don't want to break the air box. And then at the very back of the air box, we'll have another one. So at this point, we want to lift up the edge closest to the engine, and we want to slide it towards the engine because the back side's got these little clips. And sometimes you may have to reach around, grab the screws and make sure they're not engaged anymore because they may fall down, kind of grab a little bit, so you don't want to pull those out and break them. But once you get it loose, there's enough flex in the hose that we can just lift it up just enough, grab the filter, and we can pull it out. Now, just looking at it, you can tell that it's a little dirty because it's starting to discolor, but you can also see on the edge here, we actually have some larger debris that it's catching. Now, that is a good thing that it's catching it, because if it were to make its way into the engine, it can do a lot of damage. So, comparing our old filter to our new one, there's quite a bit of difference. So we're going to go ahead and put the new one in place and get rid of the old one. And that's just as simple. We're just going to drop the filter back in place, making sure it's fully seated in the air box. And then we just got to put the lid back on and put the screws back in. Now when you go to put the air box back in, you want to make sure those tabs on the passenger side slide back into the slot and that the air box lines up. And again, those screws might have dropped down, so you kind of need to pay attention to how they're lined up because they may actually be interfering with the air box. So I just go through, loosen them up again, make sure the air box is sitting in the proper position, and then we'll tighten down all the hardware. But that's all there really is to it. Just simply unscrewing 4 bolts, moving the top of the box out of the way, and then we have access to it. It's definitely something you can do in your garage. Definitely save you a little bit of time and money rather than having somebody at the service station do it for you. But again, I'm Rob here at etrailer.com, and then I'll finish up your look at the PTC Custom Fit Engine Air Filter on our 2018 Chevrolet Colorado.